I'm standing outside the Union Colony Civic Center on a very breezy day, and the weather is so lovely. It sort of reminds me of the rolling plains of Colorado grass and the sunlight, which is very topical because we are here to discuss an exciting collaboration between two of our culture units here in the city, the Greeley Philharmonic Orchestra and the Greeley History Museum. Dylan Fixmer, who is the Greeley Philharmonic composer in residence, is working on a super cool project all about Weld County. All right, Dylan, tell me what this project is and how it came to life.
Cool. So the 7 Symphonic Portraits, a Weld County reflection, is a multi-movement symphonic work commissioned by the Greeley Philharmonic to celebrate the people of Weld County, both past, present, and future. And so what this really was just a celebration of the people who live here and kind of getting into the sense of why people call this home.
Awesome. And I sort of gave away the lead already, but what's your role on the project?
Well, as composer in residence, I was asked to write this piece and research this piece. So a lot of my process was early on going into the Greeley museums and walking around the town and walking around and driving around Weld County just to get a sense of what the place was and its history. And so in my research, I discovered the oral histories which are housed in the Greeley Museum archives. And I really started diving into that part of who is here, who lives here now, and what they value and what they see in the world as important to them.
Very cool. Any sneak peeks of the portraits that in your discoveries you were like, this part's really cool, I'm excited about this?
Yeah, so I guess I want to talk a little bit about what a symphonic portrait is and how it kind of differs from an artistic portrait. When we think of portraits in the artistic world or in visual art, we visualize a person with their face and kind of representing who they are as a person. Symphonic portraiture is kind of fun because it allows for a much broader idea of what a portrait could be. And so instead of capturing a single person, I'm capturing many, many different kinds of people who are sharing a similar experience. So the 7 movements aren't necessarily of a single person, but of a collective group of people who share a similar experience. So, for example, the first movement is subtitled Dreaming of Utopia, because as Union Colony was envisioned by Nathan Meeker, it was a utopia. It was a place for people to come and live out a utopian life. But Nathan Meeker's vision was not just his own. There were many, many people afterwards and many people before. Even the Arapaho have a sense of, through their chants and through their songs that they teach, that this land was holy, that this land was a utopia unto itself. And so trying to capture that in the first movement was really my goal. That idea that everybody who seems to come here seems to grab this land and say, yes, this is a place to build utopia, this is a place to experience that. And so each movement kind of works on that idea of this collective idea of what this place means to its people.
Very cool. And all right, you are not a local, but you have spent some time here, and you have spent many years in Colorado. What's your impression? What's your big takeaway from what life is like in Greeley?
Greeley is dynamic. Greeley is constantly in this state of becoming itself, and Greeley is full of pride, and Greeley is full of culture and interest and community, and it's really striving to get all of those things across, and that's what struck me immediately. So it's kind of bookended. The first movement and the 7th movement both deal with utopia, dreaming of utopia, and then reimagining utopia. And the reimagining aspect of it is what people today really feel about this place. And I think that there's a lot of reimagining happening, and there's a lot of taking the pride and the tradition and all of the beauty that they've built in Greeley and then reimagining what it could be and where it can go in the future. And that's been a really wonderful thing to experience being here.
I know that's very exciting for me as someone who's been in the city since 2015, but I'm married to a lifelong Greeley resident. You've absolutely hit the nail on the head that we're a growing community that is really proud of our roots, whether it's our native roots or our cowboy roots, our Meeker era roots. But we're changing and we're growing, and we've got a lot of exciting things going on. So you've totally got us. You've got our number, which is exciting. So you've been working on this project. Let everyone know, how can they experience it? I know there's going to be a performance, but also an exhibit. Tell us about that.
Absolutely. So there will be the performance, the premiere of the work on October 14th here at the Union Colony Civic Center. And during that performance, there will be a exhibit curated by the Greeley Museums. Holly Berg is in charge of that. And so that curated museum exhibit will be available before the concert. And then that exhibit will move to the Greeley Museum, and that the piece of music and its recording, as well as the full exhibit, will be available at the Greeley Museum. And
Wonderful. No, that's fine. We're so excited, and there are great ways to experience it no matter what style of art you like. I personally think you should do both. You need to see the performance and check out the museum exhibit to really get the full collaboration and collaborative effect. So if people want to learn more about the work, the concert, where should they go?
they should go to greeleyphil.org, which is the Greeley Philharmonic Orchestra's website, and they should check out our season 23-24.
Thank you so much for being here with us today, Dylan. You heard it. If you want to check out the concert details, get tickets, go to greeleyphil.org. If you want to learn more about the Greeley History Museum or any of our cultural museums here in the city, go to greeleymuseums.com.